Okay, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in to Kodie's launch event. My gosh, it is such a gift. My name is Jordan Gibson. I have been in Plexus for 5 years now, and that's wild to think about. I started as a teacher and coach and literally just wanted to make an income from home. I felt the Lord calling me to stay home, and I have a friend in Plexus and love her to pieces. Actually didn't know her. We were just kind of like internet friends. So, anywho, here I am 5 years later. I've replaced that income, and this brings me so much joy because I get to just dive into other people's networks now. Like I get to be friends with Cody's friends, and that makes me very happy. And so, my goodness, just thankful y'all are here and even looking into Plexus because I know there's so many other places you could be looking at products or business or whatever it is. So, y'all know Cody, but I would love her to just tell a little bit about why she's excited to share maybe a little bit about your product story. Just share what's on your heart.
Yeah, so I have been aware of Plexus for it feels like my whole life, like literally since I was in high school. I even made a joke back at the event Jordan and I were at this weekend that like I knew about it back when it was just basically straight stevia.
Yeah.
They've really upped their flavor game.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, so I kind of used it off and on. And then when I was pregnant with my first baby with Sawyer, I had very, very severe gestational diabetes. Like off the charts. I really wanted to deliver at a birth center. That was a big goal of mine, for a lot of reasons. But my gestational diabetes were so bad that they said that I was too high risk. I was probably gonna have to deliver at a hospital. And I done all the things. Like I had been eating low carb,
Yeah.
like basically just meat and vegetables, which is the worst thing when you're pregnant is just have to eat meat and vegetables. Um, and so I reached out to Jordan because I knew that she had been doing Plexus for a while. And my understanding of Plexus was that it was actually started for people with diabetes. I had heard
Mm.
that somewhere at some point. That's
Yeah.
false, but it worked for me. Um, so yeah, I called her and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. I also didn't tell the world. She didn't even know I was pregnant. I was like 6 weeks away from having a baby and nobody knew I was pregnant. I was like, hey, surprise, I'm having a baby in 6 weeks and here's what's going on. This is my last ditch effort. This is what I want to try. I was already familiar with products. I was like, I just give me the triplex. Triplex is the pink drink and a probiotic and a magnesium supplement is the easiest way that I describe it. Jordan can probably give you more details, but that's how I describe it.
So good.
Um, so I started doing that, and I kid you not, it took 2 weeks, and my numbers entirely dropped. I was within normal range, and like my midwives were like, "What did you do? This does not happen." And I was like, "I used this Plexus stuff," and they're like, "That is insane." Um, so from that point, I was like, okay, like this worked. I mean, my midwife was like, you should probably go eat some carbs. You actually a little bit low. And I was like, great, we're gonna go get a hamburger. That's all I really need right now. Um, and then when he was born, they told me they had to take his blood sugar right away. You know, all the things, make sure it was all good because with gestational diabetes, the concern is that baby's blood sugar can drop really drastically. So they took his and they said his numbers were so good that had I delivered at a hospital, they would not have believed that I had gestational diabetes
Mm.
based on his blood work. And now he's wild all the time. Um, so that was number one. That was the main thing. And I kept taking it through postpartum, and for a while we were kind of having some financial trouble. So I stopped just to kind of I was mitigating costs where I could. And then I was having a lot of health issues, just with hormones, and this is probably a year later. Um, and so I went to a naturopath, and she said that I was borderline Hashimoto's. Like I wasn't quite there, but I was headed in that direction. So I couldn't eat gluten, I couldn't eat
Yeah.
dairy, which is just terrible. Cheese. And so yeah, so I did all the things that she said, and I told Luke, I was like, I think I should start taking Plexus again. And by this point, I was working, so it wasn't the cost factor wasn't quite as much of a hit as it was initially. Um, and so I started taking it, and again, it wasn't like quite so fast. I stayed gluten dairy free for a long time, but I was gluten dairy free and did all the other things she told me for a while. And when I added Plexus in, that's when I really started to see results. One of my other goals is that was also while I was trying to get pregnant with my second baby. And then I did. It took about 6 months. And I think I started taking Plexus like halfway, about 3 months. And then I got pregnant again, which was one of my main goals. So I've had two really intense health stories that both relate back to Plexus. So after that, I was like, all right, we're doing it. We're staying on this. And every time I've like even thought about getting off, my husband's like, absolutely not. You were
Love
crazy.
that. I love
We're
that.
not going down that road again.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, that's the story.
Yay. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. I forget pieces of people's stories, and I definitely forgot some of your stories. So thank you for sharing. I love that so much. And praise the Lord for all of it, for sure. Okay, here we go. We're jumping in to meet Plexus. What even is Plexus? Y'all, I talk 100 miles an hour most of the time, so we're not going to be here long, I promise. We are very prideful in the fact that we are all natural, non-GMO, all the fun things. We have no, I'm sorry. We have four drinks, and not one of them has an artificial dye or sweetener. And as a mama, that is very near and dear to my heart. Okay, I would say five. Sorry, we do have a kids drink. And no dyes or anything. My kids are obsessed with that drink. And so Slim, the pink drink, is our favorite. It's what we talk about most of the time. That's the gut health system she was talking about. We will talk about that. But it's called Slim. I really wish it was called like Balance. It's a prebiotic drink. And so a lot of people relate weight loss to Plexus, which is great. There is weight loss here. There's credible weight loss stories, but we are so much more than that. We actually own the gut health space. Like Plexus is number one in the gut health space. And so there's so much more to us than just weight loss. Okay, so a couple, I will say this probably on every slide. My favorite thing about Plexus, there's so many things. I was just in our founder and CEO's office last week, and man, he was talking. We do not talk enough about like our philanthropy, our donations. So neat. So, anywho, when you're talking about partnering with a company or even buying product from a company, we're not going anywhere, guys. We've been here 17 years, 17 years strong. We are debt free. We're privately owned. So, it's really nice for me who like this is my main source of income. Like I'm not worried about where Plexus is going. And even the products like I love and my family loves, I'm not worried about where they're going and how they're made because we third party test and all the fun things. So I won't read this all to y'all, but some of my absolute favorite things and why I have been here for so long and plan to stay. Okay, so I talked about being the OG gut health company and being in that space. And so most people, when they start for some of these reasons. And yours aren't even, I don't even think on this list. Talking about, like thyroid and my kids are yelling. My kids are yelling at me. I'll be there in a minute. My husband went to go help some friends move, and I was like, okay, we'll see how this goes. Anywho, so I just want y'all to know, like most women, especially if you're a mama or just a girl on here, we struggle with these things and they're not normal. That's why Plexus is here because we deal with things like low energy and bloating, maybe some more severe things, and we just think it's normal. Like that's how we're gonna live day to day. Ain't wrong. That's where Plexus enters. So our best selling wellness system, exactly what Kodie was talking about, our triplex. There's three parts to a gut health system. You don't have to drink all the sauerkraut and kombucha and all the fun things, which are great, which I love. But our ProBio is one of the best probiotics on the market. It has five different strands. And man, this system is meant to work together because you have a prebiotic, a probiotic, and that magnesium is going to help flush out that bad bacteria. When people tell me they're on a probiotic, I'm like, great. One, they're not all created equal, but it's a good step. And two, if you're not giving your gut, you are giving your gut the good bacteria, but if you're not flushing out the bad, then your good bacteria is kind of just piling up on all that bad. And so we need a good little gentle cleanse, and that's what the bowel cleanse is. Definitely not anything harsh. I take it every single day, and actually, it is magnesium. So in seasons of like higher sugar, maybe birthdays or especially Christmas, I will like double my bowel cleanse because you need that magnesium to digest your sugars. I hope y'all can't hear my kids. Sorry, they'll be fine. They're probably telling on one another. Okay, some of my favorite add-ons to the triplex, and I'm not going to talk about all these in full. We have an incredible hydrate, which is our electrolyte and energy supplement. I want to call them by their names. Active. Man, y'all, I get to volunteer in our high school, and I cannot tell you the young girls who walk into the school at 8 a.m. with an energy drink, and I'm like, girlies, all the dyes, all the fake sugars. Like if you are an energy drink person, Active is your go-to because it is natural caffeine, no sweeteners. It's got stevia in it, of course, which is we do stevia extract. So it's plant-based. It's like the good part of the stevia you want. Anywho, I'm just shocked by energy drinks these days. Okay, the last two. I lost my voice in Arizona last week too. Sorry if I'm so raspy. Vital Biome is really neat because it is another one of our probiotics, actually the only other probiotic we have, and it is specifically formulated for stress and anxiety. So the strands in there of bacteria are different than our probiotic that's specific for gut health. So all my moms love the Vital Biome. They live off of it. I've got some friends who really swear by it. So that's Vital Biome. It's really neat to know that there's a probiotic out there for something so serious like that. X Factor Plus is my go-to. It's been my prenatal. It's been my go-to the last 5 years. It's fully methylated, which means the 19 vitamins and minerals in there are bioavailable in their most bioavailable form for your body to absorb. Absolutely love our X Factor Plus, our vitamin. Okay, I think I've got um, that wasn't supposed to be on here. That's pretty much what we just talked about, all the Vital Biome and the active. You can pause the recording next time. The last product I want to talk about is called Reset. And man, when we came out with this reset, we were so pumped because my favorite system to help people get started on is you do a reset first and then you go into 30 days of the gut health system. So what reset is, it's a 3-day fast. If you're not familiar, especially as a Christian, how good fasting is for your body, my goodness, the Lord did it, told us to fast for a reason. But this is 3 days. It's everything you need. Can y'all hear my son? Oh my gosh, he's screaming. I hope not. They are not gonna be happy with me. It's everything you need in this box. So it comes with 8 products. You do have a snack bar, so it's not like full on water fasting. You get to do some fun soups, um, the snack bar and some drinks and a shake. But we have seen incredible results with the reset to do it like quarterly. So you're fasting quarterly, or if people want extreme weight loss, they reset monthly. And I have one friend who reset very often and she's lost about 50 pounds, and the other friend has reset monthly over a year and lost 100 pounds. And it's just because you're truly recalibrating and resetting your metabolism at the cellular level. So, and that's because that's 72 hours of fasting. So that is the reset. I love reset for weight loss. I do resets pretty much postpartum to reset things. So these are obviously like very outward reset results. This is my friend Cassie, my friend Jen, and they've seen great results. But I love how it makes me feel. And I'm a mom who stays home. So like you don't realize how much you snack and eat after your kids and just eat all day when you're on a reset. And so that's another thing I love about our reset. Okay, what are you getting here besides, um, great products? So I'll talk about the community first. Being a stay-at-home mom, definitely didn't know I needed some Jesus loving friends, and the community the Lord has brought with Plexus has been unlike any other. And some of us still work, some of us stay home, some of us have retired our husbands, and it's just we're all here for a reason, and that's to help other people. But when you get started, VIP, don't let it freak you out. It is, I think he's telling me he needs a flashlight. I'm almost done, Papa. Um, he he's too old for this. But so when you order VIP, You're not locked into a subscription. Don't let it scare you, which some people are like, no, I need a subscription because I need to remember. And I'm like, yes, you're my people. You're going to get 25% off the whole year discount. So it's like a Costco or a Sam's membership. You get, of course, one-on-one support. You're going to have me, you're going to have Kodie. You're going to have our whole team that you won't even know who's going to be able to answer any specific questions you have. And we're not just going to let you buy product and let you figure it out. We want to help you feel your best. We want to help you get your friends looped in and meet your network. And then, of course, like Kodie's doing, like we have a pretty incredible referral system. I thought a baby would be coming soon. Mommy told you I would be done, and you're not listening, are you? Give me, hey, baby. Okay, baby, I will be up there in a minute. You can turn on the light in my bedroom, okay? Okay, you can do that. Thank you, baby. She's so wise. He's done this. It's like turn on the light to go to the bathroom. You will be fine. So funny. Okay, so Kodie and I started here at the basic gut health system. That's mainly what we recommend. For most people, it really depends on your goal, your health goals. And of course, you can take away or add to that. And then exactly what Kodie is doing, and what I started with, we have an incredible referral system where you get, once you're created an account, you are created a referral link that you can just share. And you can share the link, you can share carts, however that looks. Plexus is really cool to be able to do that so simply. Okay. And right now we have free shipping for 3 months. I forgot about that. October. You get free shipping this month and then the next 2 months. So through the end of the year, you will get free shipping on your products, which everyone loves. So say hello to my team. Love them very much. Thank y'all so much. I know that's a lot of information at once, but we're here for you. We're here to hear your goals, what you want out of this, and kind of, put it on a timeline. Like, what do you want to achieve it by? So very, very grateful for y'all to be here. Thank y'all so much for coming. Thanks, Kodie.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I always do this. I'm like, okay,